Hello, my name is Tanika Drake, and you can call me T Drake as I'm known. I wanted to come on here and share about domestic violence. Now, I've shared my story in the book titled The Gift of Finding God's Love Guilt and Shame Turned into My Shine. However, the story doesn't end in the book and it continues on. Now, you may assume, why are you talking about this? Like, what's the point? Well, I wanted to really emphasize that there are some people, and I'll just use myself, that you're finished, I'm done with the domestic violence in person, with the person inflicting harm on me. However, my situation is not yet finished. I still have to wonder if my ex husband, James Drake, is going to pop up because that's what he does. Especially when child support starts poking their noses in his banking affairs or his job, he starts to show up. And I'll give you a prime example. Now, I've been out of my situation since 2016. I got my divorce officially in 2020. Okay. However, during that time, child support would mess with him. And of course, the kids, of course, they deserve the child support. However, that would always make him unhappy. So I remember when I was living in California, child support found him. They found his job. They found exactly where he was working. And of course, they started going for his check. Well, during this time, I was actually in the process of transitioning, moving to another residence. Well, he came to my old residence and he found where I lived. And he actually physically went up to the door. Now, had I been there, that might have been very, very scary, seeing as I had just left him, right? And for him to come and find me. So when we say that when you leave your situation, you're free, you're done, that's not always true. And also, if you've left one state to another, know that if the crime has not happened in that particular state, there's no way that they can help you. They can give you resources, they can try to point you in the right direction. But unless there has been a crime that has happened in that state, there will be nothing that can be done. Now, listen, I did everything that I was taught to do by different people that had told me, hey, you need to go get a restraining order. I did. You need to have them served. I did. You need to make sure that you get out of the place. I did. You need to make sure you move or you can stay. I did all of those things and I moved. And still, I had to still fight to explain to people I'm not the problem. I'm doing my part to protect myself and I'm doing my part to protect my children. However, there is my ex husband, James Drake, who is still looking for me. I don't know why. And can only tell you all this. I'm not seen as anything else more than property, that I still belong to him. And I want to caution you if you are a domestic violence survivor, victim, overcomer, thriver, that if these individuals are still out there looking for you, please do everything in your power to make sure you notify friends, notify people, make records of everything. Because if you should so unexpectedly turn up missing or something happen, you want to make sure you have a record. And I want to make sure I have a record. I've been dealing with this for years, and it's been really 7 years that I've left my situation and still have to wonder if my ex husband is going to pop up again somewhere else because he's not finished with what he started. I don't take comfort in knowing that I still have to be very vigilant and I have to be very cognizant and aware that he is around and he will pop up. People say, no, that's not true. It's over. He's moved on. Well, what I can say from my experience is this particular person, my ex-husband, James Robert Drake, no, that's not the case. Because I left, I know he sees me as only as property. And I want to inform you that if you have someone similar in your life, please be careful. Do whatever you need to do to protect yourself, your family, your pets, whatever that may be. And please also make sure that you inform friends and anyone close to you, that any loved ones that you know, to let them know that there might be something that is going on with another person who's looking for you. If they don't know that significant other, or they don't know that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that ex-wife, that ex-husband, some of these people are very dangerous. Whether or not they have weapons makes no, never mind. If they're going to finish or do whatever they say they wanted to do at the time when they were with you, they're coming back to finish a job that they wanted to complete and they never finished. So I make this as not just a PSA, but I make this as a warning. Just because you leave a domestic violence situation, which is important, so you don't end up losing your life within that situation. But know this, even when you come out of it, depending on the person who harms, depending on their personality and how they are, if you know how they operate, you must understand. You have to make sure you do everything in your power to keep yourself and your family safe. Because until that person has been stopped in some form or fashion, you still will have to be watching your back. So please, do not think that the person has forgotten, because they haven't. But I know that I'm doing everything in my power to keep myself and my family safe. So please do the same. You guys have a blessed day, and remember to be blessed, motivated, and always inspired to do what the Lord lays on your heart. Stay safe. Take care.